Chapter 25. Things you hold on to. According to Jimmy, there's a $2 bill in circulation for every 12 $1 bills. But people hold on to them, he said while I was putting my jacket to go to the store. The light bulb over the sink in the back room had burned out, and Jimmy didn't have any extras. People think $2 bills are special. That's why you don't see them around much. Yeah, I thought, people like you. But I kept my face blank because I wasn't supposed to know what's in his Fred Flintstone bank. They hate him over at the A&P, though. No space in a cash register for a $2 bill. They gotta pull out the tray and store them underneath. And they always forget that they're in there. That's why you have to ask for them. Okay, I said, I'll ask. Anne-Marie was behind the counter with her apron on, looking happy. Some kids from school had come in, paying customers, and she was writing their names in mayonnaise on their sandwiches before pressing her perfect V-tops down onto them. Colin was next to her doing the same. Anne-Marie gestured me over. I noticed that she was either very warm or she was wearing makeup. I'm going to ask Jimmy if we can have meatballs for lunch, she whispered, since it's Thanksgiving tomorrow. Great, I said, even though I didn't find those meatballs any more appealing than my usual cheese sandwich. They just sat there in the pot day after day. I'll be back in a minute, I told her. If anyone orders hot chocolate, tell them to wait for me. There were no $2 bills at the A&P, and when I got back to Jimmy's with the light bulbs, the kids were gone, and Julia herself was standing in front of the sandwich counter. Anne-Marie and Colin had started making their lunches already. Jimmy had said no, I guess, to the meatballs because they were picking through the cheese. Julia, who was pretending I hadn't just walked in, seemed to be in the middle of a long speech about how American cheese wasn't even real cheese, strictly speaking. I saw her long fingers gesturing toward the not cheese, and I knew instantly that her V-cut would be flawless, and that by Monday she would be behind the counter with Anne-Marie and Colin, and that her apron, the same kind that looks gray and baggy on everyone else, would somehow be perfect on her. She would have a way of tucking it up to fit, some trick a waiter in Paris had taught her. Then Jimmy came out from the back room holding a stack of dripping plastic trays. You, he pointed at Julia with an armful of trays. Out. I already told you. Julia snatched her hand back from the setup tray. Anne-Marie flushed. We were just talking, Anne-Marie said. There's no customers here now. Actually, I'm a customer, Julia said, crossing her arms over her chest. I came to buy a sandwich. I have money. She stuck out one pretty boot so the green leather tip pointed at the ceiling. Out, Jimmy said, practically growling. Now! And after she left, I pretended along with Anne-Marie that Jimmy was a little bit crazy. But as we walked back to school with our cheese and lettuce sandwiches, I carried a new warm feeling inside. Jimmy could be a grouch, but he saw right through Julia, just like I did.